cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put
It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God,
Jim's
Jim!
looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the two-piece! Oh my God!
Trató de darle ese respetazo ahí, consigue una pelota y rápido se voltea y se
ataque na marotagem, belo ângulo dele! For him, he's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock. Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Anywhere on the body that you hit, he no-scope for Apollo right there. He no-scope.
termina eliminando a Jackie. Igual queda solamente vivo por parte de repente. Sigue la primera baja de este round. Se da cuenta que no se
All right, guys, welcome back. It is the finals day of the qualifiers. I am Denomine, and of course, I am joined by the wonderful, the fantastic, the ever-talented Verdict.
How's it going, guys? Y'all ready for some action tonight? I think we got one series on deck. It's Devious and Storm F4, best of 5. We are ready to rock and roll with some finals action, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, and we've actually got all the players in the lobby early this time. People actually showing up on time, doing their part, so that is definitely helpful. The admins as well have already got us this fantastic map pick selection screen, where we've got a wonderful best of 5 for you. We'll start off on a standoff hardpoint. As you guys know in chat, as well as Verdict, you know as well, that standoff, a very, very strong shotgun map, and we are still quite in the shorty meta, which is going to give us a probably some very action-packed hardpoint. A lot of these hardpoints are very close range. We're going into a Hackney Yard search and destroy, and at least a firing range domination. And if we see a game 4, we'd be looking at hardpoint takeoff, and if we get to a game 5, like we did in Europe, we might see a raid search and destroy. The Sparrow and the Annihilator are banned, and the kinetic armor, I believe, to be G8 out, guys. So that is definitely an exciting one. But we're in the game, so let's get rocking and rolling.
So I'm not trying to be that guy, but I do not want to see a map 4 takeoff. Just absolutely disgusting. Granted, the search and destroy we raid on the second time around should make it interesting, but if we make it to a game 4, I feel for these teams. We're already 10 seconds into P1, and the guys over at Devious are off the rip, going to be able to get a few uncontested points here, and it does look like they got the early flip too, so a hell of a start here for the guys over at Devious.
Yeah, definitely. Devious has been a team that has been looking quite good. We do seemingly have a couple name changes once again. And that was going to be Cute Dragon 83 and 84 are now I'm Not Beetle and I Made Her Day. So, pretty much the same roster over there. I will say the pickup or Delily being able to play for the opposition, Storm F4 is definitely big. She's been a he or she has been a crazy good sniping talent here in the past, so definitely hoping to see some of that action as we come out into the search and destroy. But right now, it's a 15-point lead for the side of Storm F4, and Devious have a little bit of ground to make up.
Yep, just a little bit. Only about 15, which should come a little off the backs of this P2 transition. They opted to rotate early, and it's starting to pay off. Jan tries to get the contest up top and is completely rejected. I Made Her Day is going to be holding off the gas station area, shorty in hand. It's going to allow one to come through, but that is going to be Bright picking up, or not Bright, but G-String picking up one before he's taken down. Bright and Jan going to tag team picking up two, and the contest should come through. Kizzy on the point. Kizzy, unstoppable, picks up the third of the game, and now we're going to see the top control come through, body shooting and all. A massive retake here in P number 2 as Kizzy picks up their fourth. Going to be there all by themselves, and he is going to be taken down as we do see P3 transitions coming in early for the guys over at Devious. We'll see if it pans out here. 52-44, close game.
Yeah, Bright getting the refrag there as Campers was able to pick up the kill on Jan. He's now looking to get on in. Didn't see Beetle climbing through the window. Is going to get dropped there, and right now we're still looking at just about a 15-point game between these two teams. And it does look like Devious are so far maintaining control of P3. And this is a hard one to break, especially if you have your bottom side kitchen rotation there blocked off by some shorty action. So we'll have to see. Campers comes through with a big 3-piece. Does get dropped by Kizzy, who gets picked up by Zolf in a double kill. Death Machine is popped by G-String there. And this is a big, big hold for the side of Devious on this P3. And as you can see, this is actually a really smart rotation coming out of F4 here. They went ahead and just made the rotation over to next to get set up because, realistically speaking, if there's a money hill on this map, it's typically P4. I mean, this is one of the hardest hills to break in COD Mobile, and rightfully so. I mean, just the spawns on this map make it very, very difficult to get a P4 rotation. And Yawn picks up a couple before getting dropped by Campers. And this is a big opportunity for Storm, Verdict.
It is. Storm F4 trying to hold this P4. They're not going to have top control. They are going to have top control as Zolf picks up 2 big kills. Actually, Zolf getting the break, actually. Camper's going to come through on the bottom side. Is going to get some help from Beetle. Beetle going to clear out the point. This is a massive, massive break here in P4. This is going to be detrimental to the end of this game. It literally could end here if we don't see a contest. F4 had the hold to begin with, and now I was banking on the guys over at Storm F4 to have this hold down and pack and not get the not let the spawns get overtaken. But sure enough,
potentially really big cluster coming in right there.
It is. Jan gonna be taking down Kizzy as well. This could be it, man. Game number 1 on the backs of the Lily. Push it in for the contest. Not gonna get there. That's gonna be it. 150 to 59 in favor of Devious.
I gotta say, Beetle didn't put up any, like, crazy amount of kills there. I mean, he put up 10 kills on the board, but did streak pretty hard at that P4. Enough to get himself a cluster strike on the board, and as you saw, we went over to spectate that side, and for, you know, a solid 10 seconds there, there was just no way for anybody to push in from the spawn side that they had. They were spawning gas / P2, and there was a cluster strike between them and entrance to the point, and that was enough time at the end there to prevent any possible push towards a break, and it was really just really good placement of that score streak to buy them time. As you can look across the board, I mean, there was not a giant kill disparity by any means, but still, we do come through with a pretty convincing win for the side of Devious, 150 to 59, so pushing just about 91 points there. And again, I've got big hopes for F4 in the search and destroy, but I don't know. Devious, they were looking pretty dominant last week, and they're coming out of the gate with some big performance here today as well.
Yeah, they are. You can attribute that to Beetle and Campers putting up some very great OBJ time. 1:19 for Beetle. I don't care what his KD is. When you can put that up and no one on the opposite side of the board could put up 30 seconds, that just tells you a lot about a team. They don't have that much hill presence, which could be concerning, but with the way Hardpoint is at the moment, I gotta let them slide on this one. So they're gonna flip sides. We're gonna see how F4 bounces back here in the search to destroy. I'm gonna be looking out for Kizzy, as I think I popped in, you know, towards the middle of the stream, and I saw him pop. This dude could literally scope and go neck and neck with just about the best with a sniper in his hand. We'll see if he can keep that same energy. Obviously, Devious looking to make this a very convincing hardpoint game. Gonna have to bounce back here in this search and destroy. Maybe Hackney Yard might not be the best map to snipe on. It's certainly a if you can get good top control right above green on the little tin warehouse area. But other than that, I'm just not expecting a huge sniper presence in this game. Other than the fact of Kizzy hitting some great shots, it's going to be a hit or miss situation.
Yeah, possibly Kizzy or Delily, both very, very strong snipers on their side, and you know, you're pretty spot on that. I mean, Hackney Yard is not like a super strong sniper map. There's definitely sniper opportunity, but it's not like your firing range or
your raid
or anything of that nature.
Crossfire, we saw a lot of earlier. That map just made for sniping, bro.
It's so long. I mean, it's just so long, and a lot of the rotations that you can make are exposed from those spawn angles. And you look at a map like Hackney Yard, and you know, from each side of the spawn, there's obviously a lot of walls through the middle that don't get traversed a lot through the mid. So typically, if we do see that sniper action, it's going to be sniper on sniper. It's not going to be a sniper picking up an MX9 rusher, for example. So we are getting into the game, guys. It is going to be search and destroy on Hackney Yard. Remember, this is a best of 5, and Devious are up 1. So no matter what, we are going to see a domination in this series, and I'm hoping we get a little bit more than just 3 games. I know you were mentioning you didn't want to see that hard point on Hackney, but takeoff. It's one of those days, man. I'm casting
if it
off
comes down to it, I'll be more than welcome to see a game 5 here in this situation. I'll suck it up and I'll sit through a hard point takeoff, but gonna need to see these guys make it through this search and destroy first, as I see Zolf and Kizzy are actually traded 1-for-1 trades there, and Bomb is right on the inside of this A warehouse, where I see Campers looking to make a move. He's got Jan and Delily up top to deal with, but I don't think they are aware of his location. Gonna go ahead and stick the plant on the backs of a smoke coming through. West, super weak, gonna retreat back, and we were expecting to see Kizzy sniping it. I didn't see him with a sniper in hand. As a matter of fact, he pushed in aggressively, got taken out off the bat with an MX-9 in hand.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they didn't play with Delily last week, and Delily has been the primary sniper for the teams that they have played for in the past. And a very good one at that. I mean, this is a talent that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more out of, but pushes on down to try to pick one up in the corner, but Beetle slides out from Cubby. My keybinds are not working, so we're going to click. And Yawn able to pick up the two-piece. He's not going to have time to go for the defuse here, though, unfortunately for him. Even with the fake there, not able to pull it together. I made her day, which I believe is I'm not Rihan. Able to slide and pick that kill up and secure a first round for the side of Devious.
Yep, Devious off to a great start here in the Search and Destroy. I gotta say, I was expecting a little bit more teamwork off the bat from F4. Kizzy actually gonna start the thing off right, finds one. Bright actually gonna find another. That's a massive two-piece in their favor. Moment of redemption for both as they do start the round off with a two-piece themselves. Yawn's gonna be super weak yet again, gonna fall back. And we're gonna see this bomb in Camper's hand, who's actually trying to get this push onto the B bomb site. Yawn gonna be right there on the opposite side of the wall. Smoke comes through. Campers doesn't stick the first time. And we're gonna see a second attempt. Successful G-strings here on the attack. He does find Yawn. Big frag there. West gonna be up top. Bomb is down. 35 seconds. 4v3 now as we did see G-string take down Yawn. We'll see if the Lily gets the flank around. Does not. G-string finds a second. And just like that, a 4v3 turned into a 2v2 on the backs of G-string. Pulling off a nice two-piece there. Made her day. Gonna find one as well, and that is gonna be two rounds in a row after the two-piece from Made Her Day.
Alright, and I should have everything on the overlay that was doing weird stuff fixed, so I'm sorry we spectated a dead body there for a second, guys. But we were able to catch the two-piece to close out the round for the side of Devious. And we should be all good to go from here on out. Hopefully I didn't mess up the overlay too bad the next time it switches. I think I got it back to close, but you know how it goes, Verdict. I clicked on the wrong thing on on the preview window, and I made something way too big. So hopefully it's a little bit fixed there, but we do have a big clean round coming in for the side of Storm F4 as they turn things around.
Yeah, that was a much-needed round for them, as a matter of fact. That should have been how the last round ended. Instead, everything just fell apart after Yawn and I believe it was the Lily gets taken down. You take those, those two pieces early. You're not able to capitalize on them. You get burnt on the bomb plant at B. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the guys over at Devious. Now, as I'm saying that, we're going to see 1v1 or 1-for-1 trades. The Lily drops. I'm not Beetle drops. Campers does get the bomb down. Excellent security. Well played here from the guys over at Devious F4. Couldn't defend or couldn't push up onto the site a few rounds ago. Looking like they might not be able to make the push here. As I say that, Zolf drops. Kizzy finally making it past the first few moments in this Search and Destroy and being a huge factor as the two-piece comes through. That's going to leave G-string playing time. Finds Bright. Finds another one. No way, bro. No freaking way he clutches this. Get out of here, bro. What in the world did we just see?
Now, G-string coming through with a giant clutch there. And that's rough. I was spectating Kizzy there for a second because I thought at any moment, I'm like, Kizzy's going to get this kill or even just go for the bomb plant while he was in a fight with two other teammates. And it just didn't happen. And unfortunately, it's a little bit of a misplay. And you can't let people clutch up those 1v3s. And Zolf, even concussed, able to pick up two there. Yawn able to get one of his own. We can see he's chilling back here with the shorty in hand, but can't quite find him to connect. And now it's up to Delily and West. And Delily, I don't know if they know, but pretty much rotating right on over into I Made Her Day, who's been on fire. That's going to be another kill. Definitely saw some body shooting there. And now it's going to leave West in a 1 versus 4 and 30 seconds on the clock. I just don't think it's, I don't think this one's doable.
No, it's definitely not. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the Lily didn't have any awareness crossing that corner. Obviously, the bomb's planted at A. You're not expecting someone there. Well played from I Made Her Day, but at the same time, it's kind of just painted a picture of how this search and destroy is going. And I'm not picking at F4, but it looks like they're just clueless. They don't know what they're wanting to do here. We literally had 3 people on the bomb site. 2 of them get taken down, and 1 of them are left to pick up the last frag and a defuse. And this happened all in a matter of 10 seconds. So I'm starting to see a pattern here from F4, and Devious just able to capitalize on it round after round. So flipping sides, 4-1 lead here for Devious. They're expecting an A push. 3 players on the B side of the map. I don't know why the Lily and West are over here waiting for the call. They've got clear sights. They need to get over that B side and capitalize on this 1-man advantage.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of the things that I was mentioning earlier as well. It definitely feels like some of these qualifier teams just aren't very organized with the bomb, and you know, sometimes that's just the case. But a little bit of lag there. We have West pushing up to a really weird angle. I don't know how he didn't see G-String there, but G-String's going to come through with the kill, and it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. So it is still a 4 versus 4. It's an opportunity where maybe we can start closing the gap a little bit on the side of F4, but
I'm not expecting much, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. After seeing a few rounds of this search or destroy, they look like fish out of water, bro. They need to get back in there, put together a well-formulated strategy, and stick to it. They look very indecisive. They don't look confident at all. As a matter of fact, watch G-String defuse this bomb while his homie's getting ripped. That's a decoy, bro. Where's the second guy at? He's on the bomb. Of course he is.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a rough play.
Dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to see a little bit more teamwork come out of the side of F4, especially since they're a team that has made it into Mobile Mayhem. Storm F4 here, and again, it feels like they really just do not like search and destroy. If you want me to be honest, like the hardpoint looked worse than it was in reality. I mean, it was only a 12-kill deficit, I believe. So not too crazy, but you look at the search and destroy here, and it's like, look at the bomb carrier just alone right now, and no movement from anywhere realistically. So I don't know, man. They have an opportunity to get a free B plant here, and bomb is just straight chilling mid. Kizzy is able to pick up 1 onto G-String. That's going to bring things into a 4 versus 5. This bomb should be planted right now, and there's just nobody helping Kizzy push up at this point to the B site and try to get that bomb down. I mean, your bomb planner shouldn't be the one scouting information, you know?
No, you're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, I don't believe Kizzy started the round with a sniper. I might be mistaken, but typically that's the Lily who's rocking that one, especially the one he has. There we go. Does have the MX-9 in hand, gets the bomb plant. 4 versus 4 now as the B site does get pushed. 35 seconds on the clock. We're going to see a massive presence here through mid, going through the backside of the spawns. 1 goes directly in. That's going to be Mater Day. Going to be playing distraction here. West finds 1. That's massive. Kizzy gets taken down. 3v3 now as the bomb's getting pushed up. We're going to see Bright get taken down. Zolf finds 1. Yon finds 1. 1-for-1 trades. Again, 2v2 going to pan out.
Oh,
this
my
might
goodness.
be a round going in favor of the guys. No way, dude. Okay.
Dude,
okay,
I was about to lose
F4,
it.
bro.
They almost let the defuse come through again.
Did they wake up this morning? Are they like still asleep for tonight? What's going on here?
I don't know, man. All I know is I saw someone defusing the bomb, literally standing up. Yon almost let him live. I was about to lose it, dude.
Oh my god, I'm gonna come through this game right now, bro. Oh man. Okay. F4 literally buying themselves a little bit of time, looking a little more coordinated after the bomb planet B. Literally took Kizzy playing for their own information to get the bomb down. We're gonna see yet again a stall on B. There shouldn't be a stall on B. There's nobody there. I mean, I'm not saying that they can see what we see, but based off of the information that we've seen earlier, you gotta know there's no one there. They're gonna be playing for this B retake. They know what they want to do. They want to play aggressive on A. They want you to come A, so that way they can pick you apart. Make your strategy based off that. Made her day
Yikes.
finds West lacking, bro. Wow.
Yeah, that was certainly a big yikes moment. Now Bright's under fire. He's got a couple people pushing him. Do you have a couple players up top as well? Camper's going to win that gun trade there. Kizzy finds a big two-piece Yawn. Now climbing up, trying to get the kill onto Campers. Great play coming out of him. Turns and finds a Minder Day. And I gotta say, F4 looking a little bit more alive right now, but my goodness, it took way too long to just get the simple team coordination down.
Yeah, there was a lack of communication or something. I don't know. It's like they want to make a move, but they kind of too scared. Obviously, you're in a position where you lose one round, it's done. You're 2-0, right? You go to the third game and you're potentially eliminated. Now, I get that. That's a little bit of panic. That's a little bit of anxiety. That happens. But at the same time, you still got to play your game. You can't let these guys intimidate you. Obviously, they're good. They're really good at the
They're
game.
at least moving as a group now, but Kizzy...
I'm loving it. I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving the energy. But here's the problem. You made the rotation over to the A bomb site when you only had one to take out on B. Zolf drops. Huge kills for Jan. He's been massive in this game. 12 kills by himself. As we do get the frag onto the A site. Now we're going to regroup and go back to B. Okay, I'm feeling it as long as you move together as a team.
And they are, and G-String was the one player from the side of Devious that actually made a spawn B push this time around. And he was able to pick up a double kill from behind, so that's pretty solid for them there. It gave them the advantage early on, but a couple kills come through for the side of F4, and they're able to bring things back to a 3 versus 3, but they're just playing so slow right now. I mean, at this point, you know the enemy is divided between A and B. A 1-for-1 trade gets you a free plant here and allows you to set up against the enemy. So I would like to see a little bit more of a coordinated push, because look at all this time they've wasted, and now look at all the players starting to make that rotation over.
Oh, G-String. Codeine! Stop doing him so dirty like that. This is what happens, bro. G-String picks up 2. Mater Dave finds the last one. 6-3 win goes in favor of Devious after a... man, I don't know. That hurt my head a little bit watching that matchup. And I was rooting for F4 in that sense, but it's tough, man. Gonna have to figure out what they want to do here moving forward.
Yeah, they're a team that actually has some decent gun skill. They just need to work on their coordination, on their timings, because again, there was so long there where they were down. They were down 2, and they were able to even things out 3 versus 3, and they just stood still in the B building for so long that by the time they pushed up, you had players from the side of Devious now rotating over, and that's where they ended up getting caught out a bit there, and ended up being G-String coming through with 2. And, you know, again, if you're in that position, you know the enemy is defending 2 bombs that early in the round. A 1-for-1 trade allows you to get that bomb plant down, allows you to play against time, and get set up for the enemy to make that rotation in, where they're, again, pressured for a bit of time. They're in a situation at that point where, you know, they're the ones fighting against the clock. They need to get in and try to get head glitches in, and get those safe rotations, and instead, it largely felt like F4 was just giving free rotations over to the side of Devious that entire game.
Yeah, and another thing, you mentioned G-String picking up like 1 kill on the rotation. Is that right? Like on that last round.
Yes.
How
G-String.
did they not get the information that he was in the green building? I mean, he was already there.
Yeah, he killed 2 players from the window on F4's side. That's how Bomb...
That's ball drop, bro.
That's how Bomb died right in front of the A building at the opening of that round. So, they knew he was over there. They had sights on multiple other players inside of A, so they knew he was either alone or at best with one other player, and they were content with just sitting there. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more coordinated aggression coming out. I don't mean to bash them, but it felt like some of the more sloppy search and destroy play I've seen in a long time. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible.
I don't feel like you weren't being sloppy. You weren't being, it's constructive criticism, bro. You're watching it, you see the talent they have. You see, you know, little mishaps where they could have capitalized on. Ball was dropped several instances. lack of awareness was in a play. It was just, there's a lot of talent on that roster, but when you don't have that talent producing and seeing, you know, a 1v or a 2v2 bomb defuse with one player dropping, like, and I did see in chat, Chick was like, yeah, they didn't wake up today. And that's obviously the case. They just stayed asleep, bro. As a matter of fact, Chiggs was like, bro, I'm screaming my computer screen right now. I would be too, bro, because I am right now, and I don't even coach them. So I could understand your level of frustration. We'll see if they can turn things around here in domination. Surely 3 games is enough to, or 2 games is enough to wake you up. Is that right?
Well,
I'm hoping so.
hopefully. I mean, hopefully we'll see a little bit better of a game from F4 here. Again, they weren't getting like majorly outslayed in the hard point. I mean, it was only a 12 kill deficit, so that's not crazy. We've seen much closer games where, you know, back when Nova was in NA, I'm pretty sure they lost a game that they were like plus 36 in or something like that. So we've seen way opposite ends of the spectrum there, but it's definitely not a large outslaying potential that Devious is bringing to the table. So with a little bit more coordination out of F4, maybe we can see a little bit more action. But if they don't pull something together here, it's looking like it's going to be 3 and done.
Well, let's give these guys over to F4 the benefit of the doubt as they are going to fighting for their lives here. Obviously, this doesn't have any implications on the regular season. This is just for a bragging rights thing, but you know, if they're like me, I want to win everything I play. I obviously know I can't win everything I play, but you're on stream, dude. You're on Dave's channel right now, and you kind of crap the bed in the search and destroy. Redeem yourself here in the domination.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's obviously anybody's game. It's definitely a map that all players should be pretty familiar with here, and right now, it's Jan trying to get some sort of angle lockdown for B here. He's able to pick up 1 before getting dropped. Zulf coming through it with the shorty at close range. Obviously going to be a deadly potent tool there. The biggest benefit I gotta say F4 has here is they're going to have the seaside spawn in the second half. Now, that's not as decisive of an advantage as a crossfire or a Hackney Yard having strong side, but definitely does bring at least a little bit to the table. So we'll be keeping an eye out for it. I Made Her Day is right underneath the tower here, and I don't think Jan knows it, but is going to pick up 1 kill, or rather try to. There you go. Pulls up I'm Not Beetle. Almost able to get G-String, or did get G-String? Did get G-String, but Campers on a 4-piece. Able to pick that up there. Does get the B. And it actually looks like we have an A-cap coming in for the side of Devious here. I'm not sure entirely why, but...
Well, it's because the guys over at F4 made a aggressive push towards the C site, and it pans out. They get C, they get B. Now they just need to keep trailer control. Obviously, you mentioned it. This is a map that, you know, if you've ever played any kind of competitive scrims or practice scrims or anything, if you ever played private lobbies, you played domination, and you know what you're doing here. This is not a map that you're unfamiliar with at all. This is an OG one. Now we're going to see the flip come through. Oh, it's denied. Jan picks up 2. And secures the C site, is going to get the flip back, and the triple cap actually might come through. Nope, it is Kizzy holding off the opponents by himself. What is going on? A triple cap early in favor of F4? Not the team we just watched play Search and Destroy, am I right?
Oh, absolutely not. This is the best they've looked all day, and this is an opportunity where this is the biggest advantage you have of being C-side. There's so much wallbang potential on A, and you can see Kizzy coming through with 2 through the wall there, able to defend that A-side cap from so far away. Now Jan pushing up, was looking for a couple of kills. He finds shots onto 2, but can't quite lock it down. The cap does go over, but in a scenario where Devious actually had strong side start, they have lost the first half of this domination in a big way.
Yeah, this is a massive W for the guys over at F4 early on. They need to keep that same energy moving into the second half. Matter of fact, close this one out strong. As I say that, G-String, Made Her Day, and Zulf going to be able to get that team cap on B. Triple cap might come through as I see all 3 of them on the same exact spot. They do not secure it, but there we go. They do get it to come through for a moment. as the A side does get flipped back in favor of F4 here. Much needed big first half to start things off right in this domination, as we're going to be diving into the second half with F4 with the advantage on the C side. We'll see how long they can keep it. I think your stream might have crashed.
My stream did crash for
Okay,
a brief
it's
second.
up. It's up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it is.
It's
okay,
up.
We're good.
Capture the objectives.
There we go.
Smoke out.
Enemy taking Charlie. Enemy taking A.
All right, second half underway, 75-48. Massive first big round, or first half for the guys over at F4. Need to continue on with that momentum, as I do see A and C going to be capped. B going to get pushed. We got the numbers over here for F4. West going to be pushing up. Kizzy finds 2, but Kizzy is dropped. Nobody's on the B side. Campers going to push out, and we just need to see one person jump on it. West, what is that, bro? You need to get there. You need to get that kill, and you need to get on point. Nobody's gotten the B site capped yet. Now we're going to see Zolf on the recap. He's going to get some help. Kizzy dropped him.
Kizzy, oh no.
Oh, Kizzy.
That would have been the, honestly, most perfect gravity vortex there. Would have picked up 3 and also denied any more progress on that B flag for a short amount of time. They do have about a 25-point lead, but that is not a big enough cushion, especially in the second half here. Trophy System putting in big work for Bright. He's got 15 on the board. Yawn rotating up, trying to find Zulf here.
Enemy in sight.
Hostiles have destroyed your sentry gun.
We're going to see a little bit of progress on A, but C going to be guarded by West. He's got one on barrels. Going to push up for some trailer control. Need to get that in order to maintain this B site, or actually control a B site, as we see one more player going up top of the tower. That's going to be G-String, who finds his 15th. He's got a death machine. This is a dangerous position if you're F4, and man, Power's going to shift over in their control now, as they are just racking up some points. Uncontested, 2 sites, A and B. B, no progress on it. A, oh, this is a last-minute ditch effort, man. You need to find a little bit of map control, and they have not found it here in the second half. As a matter of fact, this has been all devious here in a second. We'll see if they can continue on with it, as A still about 25%, and F4 looking like they want to clinch it up here. Do get 2 players on the A site, clear off wood, and now we're going to see a 40% cap on B as well. G-String says no, or that's actually not Beetle. Beetle comes through. The push up to B site, 3 players on it, 1 player on it, make it Kizzy and Yawn, as that is going to be rejected initially. Only need about, man, maybe about 10, maybe a second or 2 with 2 people on it. You got it, but now it is reversed, and
this is a big opportunity. They got quad feed in the play right now.
they're going to be able to capitalize on it, but they don't have the good sights. That's going to be a difficult one to maintain now, as we see multiple pushing through firing range. Could easily recap it here.
Yeah, definitely looking to do so. We do have Delily pushing up, MX9 in hand, able to find 1 before Zulf gets the drop.
We lost the lead. Losing A.
Little under a 20-point lead for the side of F4 right now. We're getting really close to triple cap territory here. Just honestly a couple seconds away. Campers might be able to stop it in on B though. Yawn comes through, picks up the kill. Yawn doing everything he can to just prevent the B cap, and I think that hits triple cap territory right there.
And as you say triple cap territory, I do see all of F4 on C, 1 player who was Kizzy on A, but damage is done, bro. We're going to a game 4. As much as I hated to see a takeoff map on Hardpoint, it might be the inevitable here, as A is actually not going to be capped. B was protected by a cluster strike, and that is game 150 to 116. What a Dom game to watch, bro. That was extremely intense. Night and day performance there for F4 here on game number 3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, that was not the same F4 we watched in the Search and Destroy. This version of F4 is the one we need to see come to the table every time, because they were way more coordinated. Their rotations across this map were way better. I don't know if it's just straight they do not play Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard, but I mean, that looked like a group full of players like running around the map like chickens with their head cut off. So They come through in the domination in a big way that's at least going to push us into a game 4. They've got some warm-up games under their belt at this point, so maybe we see a little bit more action, but I am a little bit worried about seeing them get back into a search and destroy if they turn this around and push it to a game 5.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a big dub here in the hardpoint, though. As we mentioned, it's going to be on Takeoff. Not my favorite map. Obviously, it's a reskin of the stadium map that we saw at Black Ops 2. And wasn't a fan of that map. Not a fan of the Takeoff reskin. So, it's a huge map, only 4 points. And it's literally... The first 2 points are terrible. The third point is not as good. I don't know. I just don't like the map itself. Maybe I just can't get into it due to that. But, yeah, you're going to have to find a win on a map that you're not familiar with. So, based off of what I saw in the hardpoint on Hackney Yard, or Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard, I'm fearful for F4 here. They're going to have to put on early and establish a lot of map control and actually win those much-needed gunfights in the objective to take this dub.
Yeah, definitely going to be a difficult one. I'd be down to see a game 5 if F4 are going to play the search and destroy like they just played that domination. Because I mean that was night and day, a absolute flip of what we expected out of those players based on the two previous matches. So reverse sweep possible. It's going to be a long, hard-fought battle, and they need to play it very, very well throughout this hard point, even to make it to that search and destroy to have an opportunity to win this series. So definitely not a super comfortable spot for them to be in right now.
No, absolutely not. You can't make any more mistakes. You can't have any more blunders where your team looks clueless. You got to be on top of your game. This is a moment for redemption. We saw the domination. It's not going to be enough, though. We're going to need to see the exact same performance here in the hard point. Take us to a game 5, and, it's on a raid map that you're familiar with. You literally have the ability to take this, but, Devious came out strong. They still look strong, even in the domination game where they literally got slapped around in the first half. It wasn't on the back of a ton of gunfights that were lost. It was just a lack of coordination and an outplayed opponent who outplayed you. Saw very similar stats in the second, so... Jan was the only one who popped off, in my opinion. I saw a few gunfights from other players, but he was the one that was, easily recognizable. He dropped 33 in the Dom. He's going to have to carry this team to a win here on Hardpoint. Do whatever you got to do, bro.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, that domination was fantastic. I mean, I was pretty disappointed after the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy. I was like, man, really? Is it going to be another series like that? And then that domination definitely lit things up a little bit. So it's by no means over. It's by no means won by the side of F4 yet either. So they need to come through with a big search and destroy win here, or a hardpoint takeoff win here to make it to the search and destroy. And then again, we have to see a totally different team come to the plate for search and destroy, because that Hackney Yard was not pretty, man.
No, it wasn't, dude. That literally exposed everything that F4... I mean, they didn't practice for the map, or so, I don't know what was going through their heads. And Shakes came in and made a comment. He was like, yeah, they are still asleep. They didn't wake up, bro. I think they woke up in that domination. They smelled a little bit of reality, and the reality of the situation was trying to get their butts kicked 3-0 fashion. This is, again, a moment of redemption as DeLilly picks up one big frag on G-String. G-String, who has been... top frag in almost every game, even last when they lost. So we'll see if the guys over at Devious can close it out here in 3 or in 4 rather, or if F4 is gonna wake up yet again here in this hard point.
Well, right now it is Campers locking down as much of this hard point time as he can. Has an AS Val in hand, and I actually like to see it pulled out here, because I think this is one of the best maps to actually capitalize on what the AS Val is good at. It's not good at like that really mid to long range like most ARs are, but it's very, very good in the short to medium range. It actually beats out a lot of SMGs in the close range. So something to consider, and that's where a lot of the points are on this map, is that short to medium range where you start pushing the range of an SMG. Again, the just overall bullet speed of the AS-Val is really solid for this map. So great choice. Holger's obviously in hand for a lot of players as well. I made her day coming through with a couple big ones there. Kizzy unable to get the kill on G-String and Beetle, who are just locking down that back door right now. They do finally succumb to Yawn, but doesn't matter. Campers is there, picks up a 3-piece, and this is looking like Devious going to come through with another dominating victory if they keep this up.
Yeah, if I continue to see what I'm seeing now, there's definitely no shot for a Game 5. As a matter of fact, we may not even make it through this Game 4 all the way, as I see literally a 60-point advantage on the backs of 2 points. You can't play like this and expect to win. We're gonna see a little bit of control here on this P3 rotation, but you know you got to win those gunfights and you got to maintain this backside spawn because things are getting out of hand. It's now almost 80-point deficit.
Yeah, and we definitely saw a little bit of that AS-Val range coming into a weird play there. Has bullet damage at that range, but it's a really weird gun to control and does suffer, so you got to be careful on that. We do have a sentry gun and a cluster strike available for Made Her Day, but does get taken down by Yawn. Several players fighting over this objective, and it's actually Yawn popping off pretty big. Finds 2, finds kill number 3 as well before dying Made Her Day. It's a pretty sizable break for the side of F4, but again, they're pretty heavily behind at this point. They're going to need all of this objective time to start closing that gap, and they need to be ready to make a rotation over to next. So
yeah, I do see Yawn rotating a little early, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness, right.
Just as you said, you need all of this P3 objective. They do get contested. 3 players push in. Yawn setting up proper, finds 1. Staircase. I Made Her Day and I'm Not Beetle actually going to bite the dust there. Zolf going to push in, wants to try his luck. Does get the kill, but Bright going to come through on the finish. A massive start here in P4 for the guys over at F4. And 2 sentry guns. That's what I'm talking about. They're doubling
triple
down,
prep?
bro.
Oh, only gets 1. What on earth? Well, G-String making a rotation behind. Gonna get taken down by Bright's Death Machine there. As we mentioned, we've got 2 sentry guns chilling. Kizzy making good use of these shots of the Grav Vortex there. Completely blocks off that doorway. Picks up a couple kills in the process as well. And what was looking like it was going to be another one-sided hardpoint has quickly turned around, and it might even be F4 potentially taking the lead here. A 3rd sentry gun comes out. Kizzy dropping the sentry there on another level, picks up 4.
Oh, that's massive, bro, but don't celebrate too early, my guy. You're still down. You don't have the lead. This may not even go to a Game 5, and you body shooting early, that's an L, bro. Game 4, 94 to 85 in favor of Devious. Can they close it out here in the next 2 points? We saw how big of a lead they were able to jump off to here in the first 2 points before the reset. Now, they're right back at it, bro. Yawn finds 2, clears the objective. We're going to see the push in. Going to need somebody on point. Who's it going to be? Is it Yawn? Is it going to be the Slayer and the objective player here? That's very likely. As we see the push come in, and yet again, multiple players on the point going to clear it out. That is going to be Devious, able to capitalize with a cluster strike as well. This is tough.
Yeah, G-String won a pretty important gunfight with Yawn. Had some good pre-fire action going there. Helped him pick up the kill. And now if the rest of this P1 goes over to the side of Devious, we might be looking to see a Game 4 closeout. Still anybody's game, but this P1 has been super solid for the side of Devious, and the remaining little bit of trickle time going to come through, at least some of it, for the side of F4, but they're in such a weird spot right now. Grav Vortex coming through. Kizzy was able to find, I think, 3 with it last time. Not going to do a whole lot to the sentry gun, though, and
boy,
this is getting really, really rough once again.
It is indeed. Now P2 going to be opened up. Staircase, you're going to need all man on deck here. They can close it out if you allow them to. A sentry gun on the opposite side of the staircase. What was Yawn shooting at? That's your teammate, bro. Sentry gun on the opposite side Gonna need to establish a little map control. West up top. West gonna be there to contest, but is not gonna be enough to get the point and object there. Finally, a little bit of control here for F4. Might see this game 5 if they continue this on. But dude, the death machines from Yawn almost annihilated that whole staircase area, but that's gonna be Campers still alive, contesting, doing what they do well. I'm not Beetle. Just having a rough game, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I looked at his scorecard earlier. It is not pretty. He did redeem himself a little bit. He was like 3-18 a minute ago. Now he's 9-21. That's still tough.
Yeah, Yawn once again top fragging. 29 kills on the board for him. The next closest is his teammate Kizzy with 23, and then 21 is top frag for Devious. So we'll have to see as it's getting really, really close. Either of these teams could win on this point, but only 5 seconds to go if you're Devious to close out the 3-1 victory. We've got players sliding in for both teams. It's the break for Devious, but Kizzy finds 2. I made her day gonna close it out, and that's gonna be it, guys. The hardpoint was looking to be one-sided, ended up bouncing back a little bit for the side of F4. They started doing pretty well, but fell a little bit too deep early on, and that's going to be Devious picking up that 3-1 victory. Again, both these teams are going to be in Mobile Mayhem, so it was mostly just bragging rights, but you know how COD Mobile players are, man. Those bragging rights mean more than the money most of the time.
Oh, facts, dude. If I lose, I'm going to be so upset. I know these guys are the same way. As a matter of fact, I can contribute that loss for F4 in total for the first 2 points of this hard point. Literally got manhandled 66-6, or actually 82-6 going into P3 transitions. You can't expect to win being down almost 80 points in a hard point game.
And this is definitely something it's definitely something I've mentioned a lot, Verdict. I know I've said it to you plenty of times in the past, is I do not like the Activision COD Mobile rule set for 150 hardpoint for exact reasons of this. They were down almost 80 points on the first 2 points.
True.
Look at the hell of a comeback they almost made. If this would have been a 250 hardpoint, this could have gone the other way, because there was a lot of momentum going for Yawn. There was a lot of momentum going for Kizzy, and honestly, man, that could have been a super intense 250 hardpoint, but unfortunately, with it being Champs rules at 150, it does get cut a little bit short. So the momentum, that ball that was starting to get rolling for the side of F4 after that domination performance they had, just unfortunately falls apart.
That's, again, like you were mentioning, the rule set being to 150 definitely makes it difficult to, have any kind of comeback game, especially when, you've got an 80-point deficit to overcome. You got Yawn, who did drop 31-18. You got something to work on. You got Kizzy, who showed up finally, 25-16. There's definitely a lot of potential in this roster. You just need to form it a little better, more towards the objective. And the first portion of the getting blown out that drastically it's not a good sign. Obviously, I've seen wins from behind of greater deficits, but it's difficult. You literally can't make a single mistake, as we saw the P3 transitions come through. Multiple kills going in favor of each team. It was really uncertain. All that the guys over at Devious needed to do was just put their foot on it a few seconds uncontested, and that's what they did.
Yeah, definitely a big game coming through. As you guys can see on the scoreboard there, it is Devious walking away with that 3-1 victory over Storm F4, as I mentioned. Both these teams still going to make it into Mobile Mayhem, so we will see more action out of them. Hopefully, for F4's sake, we see a little bit more coordination coming out of them in the future, because, again, I actually like a lot of these players. Like, I'm a big fan of Yawn, Kizzy, Bright, Delily. I'm not as familiar with West. I'm going to throw it out there in a minute, but come through and show me some good performances when Mobile Mayhem comes, because today just wasn't it. The domination, huge. The almost comeback in the takeoff hard point, great. But if I see another game like that, Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard, my goodness, my fanboyism is gonna fall apart very, very quick. So
it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, bro, we're not gonna be as nice as the first time. Hirsch, what is it, buddy? I'm sorry, Hirsch was in the background sounding off. We're not gonna be as nice as we were, because we were trying to be pleasant and at the same time respectful. But dude, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was definitely looking pretty rough. But that's going to conclude the stream for us tonight, guys. We're going to get a raid going for you. And we'll see you guys. I think Thursday is the official start for the Mobile Mayhem season for Europe and for NA. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably stream some tomorrow if you're down, Verdict. But we're going to go ahead and get this raid going. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.